Assalamualaikum and a very good day. Let me start to introduce my group members. First is Muhammad Hazim, Muhammad Akil Ashraf, Muhammad Nur Hamizi, Kau Choi Ming, and myself Siti Nur Aini. We are here today to present and promote our product, which is solar drying system. The introduction of solar dryer. Solar drying is a method of lowering the moisture content of food and other products to meet the required standards. Popularly, solar dryers are used to dry foods. For example, solar dryer is used to drying spices, fruits, vegetables, and many more. As you can see here, this is our design of solar drying system. This solar drying system is to dry a large amount of tomato. This design also consists of 2 solar collectors, a drying chamber, a chimney, and a drying tray. We got an idea to design our solar dryer from this double-sided solar collector dryer. The result of this case study is very positive, so we hope that our design also can achieve a good results so that it can benefit everyone, especially farmers in rural areas and small farms.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. Okay, our item selection is we utilize tomato as our vegetable in our project. This is the flow chart we employ in our drying solar project. It starts with fresh air entering the room. At the same time, 2 sign collector, one at each side of the solar drying chamber base tilted 18 degrees. The absorber is 2 mm thick black aluminum V-groove absorber plate that was coated black and covered in 1 layer glass sheet. Then it moved on to the intake of the drying chamber to measure the temperature and velocity. Simultaneously, it flowed off the tray to measure the weight, moisture and the temperature. Okay, for the next slide, the data logger is installed at the bedside if the solar drying chamber, where it will monitor and collect data on temperature, relative humidity, dew point and water vapor concentration in standard or metric unit. The function of the thermometer is used to monitor the drying chamber temperature and send information such as temperature input to the logger to be accepted and displayed on the screen for easier information reading. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Gao Chuanming. I'm going to present the special features of our design, which is solar collector with V-groove absorber plate with beam fins. The special feature is to enhance the thermal performance of solar collector. These solar collectors were designed to dry agricultural products with enhanced heat transfer rate by employing pin fins on panther plate aluminium V-groove absorber plate. The pin fins were designed to mount equidistantly on the top and at the bottom of the plate. These configurations can actually increase the heat transfer coefficients between the absorber plate and the ambient. Also, the usage of pin fins has increased the surface area, which in turn increased the heat transfer from absorber plate to the air. Increased heat transfer from absorber plate to the air leads to reductions in plate temperatures and a corresponding reductions in heat loss to the surrounding. Besides that, V-groove absorber plate with pin fins were installed on both sides, exhibit extended heat transfer area, thereby a rise in average thermal efficiency. That's all for me, thank you.
Now I want to present about the drying chamber design. The drying chamber consists of 9 trays which can fit 50 tomatoes in a tray. So the total tomatoes can be dried using our design is 450 tomatoes. As you can see from the right picture above, air intake from the solar collector comes from both sides, which is also the uniqueness of our product. The hot air comes from both sides, so the hot temperature of air can distribute uniformly throughout the drying chamber. The arrow shows the flow of the air in the chamber. For the chimney, the outer diameter is 185 mm and the inner diameter is 132 mm. Small outlet can make the heat circulates more in the drying chamber. Both chimney and drying chamber made up with plywood for outside wall and aluminium for inside wall to prevent heat loss. Lastly, for the NCC results, picture at the top of the slide is contour profile for temperature, while below it is for velocity. Both temperature and velocity show uniform distribution except at the outlet of the chamber.
Hello, hi, my name is Muhammad Akil Ashraf bin Barisman. I will explain about our cost and budget for our solar drying chamber project. Our project is costing about 50,000 and huge amount was spent about 20,000 for the cabinet dryer and flat plate collector. And for the initial resources for our project, we spent about 1,300 for 250 kilogram of tomatoes. Next. In conclusion, our design of the solar drying chamber is better compared to the market as it is low maintenance cost and has better efficiency since the design allows the optimum heat flow. Other than that, the cabinet type of solar drying chamber was easy to assemble, simple to operate, maintain and control. Thank you. That's all from us.